Okay. Back to our program. Now we're going to have an in-depth discussion in the life of a public relation officer. To help us, we have invited Mr. Rene Estamera from Mindanao Public Relation. Magandang tanghali, sir. Sir Rene.
Magandang hapon, magandang tanghali.
For the information of everyone, Sir Rene is the man behind Mateo News, which you can visit at UPM Mindanao website. Sir, to start our discussion, Sir Rene, can you give a short background on how you get into public relations?
Well, in the public relations activity, or to get into public relations, you need siguro a kind of a questioning, curiosity as to the perception of people, and maybe a kind of willingness and interest in maybe influencing these kind of perceptions.
So you started as here in UP Mindanao as what position, sir?
Well, when I started off, I was in the office of the Vice Chancellor for Administration, and as an executive assistant, and then I was appointed as information officer, and the position has been reinvented as a public relations officer.
Talking about public relations, sir, what do you mean by public relations?
Public relations is a kind of deliberate set of, or a kind of deliberate awareness of a institution's position in the mind of the community, and a concern as well as proactive attitude towards influencing this position in the minds of the community.
So, what do you think is the purpose of public relations person in like UP Mindanao?
The public relations person in a situation like UP Mindanao is most of the time, this person extends assistance to the various programs that are ongoing that the institution or university espouses. And then there are also particular areas that are exclusively in the domain of the public relations office, and among these are maybe the program of the administration at present, and the strategies that the administration is presently undertaking, and the initiatives that the public relations office can take in furtherance of these directions that the administration is taking, priority projects particularly.
So, sa tingin ko, sir, masyadong malaki yung responsibility ng isang public relationship. Dahil parang is presenting the UP Mindanao. Then, sir, sa tingin ko, sir, ano yung mga qualities dapat pala yung meron yung mga public relation officer?
Well, the primary quality siguro is yun, as I mentioned earlier, interest and curiosity into the psychology of the community and your target groups, and to be challenged into influencing the thinking, as well as maybe governing or also correcting by influencing also yung attitudes, as well as perceptions, as well as the requirements of the university that it is pursuing
So,
a given time.
before we proceed, we want to aggregate public relation for our listeners. Since kadalasan ang lagi natin naririnig is PR. So, sir, how does PR differ from advertising?
Well, public relations is for everybody, while you might say advertising is for commercial products. And in the world of commerce, public relations is almost it's almost a subset of the advertising. The advertising is the lead campaign. Outside of the profit-oriented sector, such as government maybe, or the non-profit sector, or academic and other non-profit institutions, public relations is the more overarching activity that a institution or organization undertakes for its own progress and its own improvement. And as well as its survival, even simply survival lang in a community.
So advertising is more a subset of a public relations, sir.
Yes, advertising is a tool
Yes.
of public relations. And public relations has many facets, and advertising using canned media and channels of mass communication are the areas of advertising, whereas in public relations there are actually more facets. They can use traditional channels such as mass media. They can also use specialized channels such as yung mga trade and industry channels, and even to the level of interpersonal relations in either through sectors or industries or areas of influence, such as, for example, but not limited to, government units, government decision makers, movers or influential persons in a community. These are all you might call targets of public relations, but not all of these are targets of advertising campaigns. So yun ang difference nila.
We go back to the purpose of public relations we already discussed it. Then now, sir, I'm interested on what are the rule or responsibilities of a PR person.
A PR person primarily must be kind of intelligent in an emotional way, partly. Meaning to say he can feel the currents in a intuitive way. He can feel currents of that are passing around him, and then also he must have the primary tool pa rin at the heart of the public relations aspect is the art of communication, mostly in writing. So these, after having carried out observations about your group's position in the community, the writing is the primary instrument or tool that the professional uses to address, to move, to inform the various sectors, and these are also the raw material sa iba-ibang channel tulad ng mga mass media channel as well as yung mga personal channels sa mga speech at mga let's say conversations.
So
materials.
Since you talk about writing, sir, what are other various activities done for public relation?
Well, another is a kind of, we can call it communications research. It is siguro the statistical evaluation of the public's concerns, such as awareness of your presence, or maybe harmony with your thinking, and maybe even hopefully take direct or positive action on your behalf. This last is about targeting maybe individuals whose work influences the university's trusts, no? Such as development niya, maybe funding, maybe goodwill. Yan ang mga parang areas of success or results that you need to see. So sometimes these are observable in statistical tools, or even qualitative observations. So these are some of the other awareness of current events. Yun ang ngayon sinabi ko, yung to be able to perceive the flow of or thinking of the community relative to you.
So, sir, in your daily activities, sir, how does technology help you?
Well, malaking bagay talaga. It's a big help. Technology in the past decade, I presume, has been much well, of course, it is more efficient than ever, no? So the tools may have been the same from previous decades, but the tools are more efficient now, particularly referring to computerization, of course, and the internet.
Social media.
Yes. So you can send your messages, have a broader reach. You can also conduct further qualitative as well as quantitative targeting using also our resources ngayon available through the internet. So aside from the word processing, of course, the improvement in word processing, as well as in the graphic arts, which are very much, which are the tools of public relations, the message packages, no? So all of these technological improvements have greatly enhanced, speeded up, and multiplied the impact of public relations efforts.
So I will go more personal, sir. Do you think did your education prepare you for working in public relation, and how, sir?
Maybe in the certain way, in the writing stage, for example, I guess yes, I was educated enough to be able to compose writing for mass media or targeted media, particularly I must say in the language of business ng ating bansa. Yan ang aking natutunan sa pag-aaral ko. Bukod yan,
Sir, for the viewers, sir, or listeners, ano po yung natapos na, sir?
nagtapos ako ng Masters in Management, major in Business Management sa UP Pampanga. And then I did the undergraduate theater arts in UP Diliman. So they are not exact